You were also a sixth grade middle school teacher. Was that a career that, you wanted to always work in?
It's, I don't want to know. I don't necessarily would say always. I was one of those, school kids that I remember the teachers in my life that really made a difference. I had a Spanish teacher, Mrs. Kaiser. And to this day, I can't speak a lick of Spanish, but I always knew that Mrs. Kaiser, she cared about me, the person, not Maven, the Spanish speaker. And she made such a difference. And when I got, into college, and I declared a history major. I was a double major, history and political science. And, for a while I thought maybe I'll go into politics. And then I was just like, there's too much. Well, I have no desire to be standing and, for some candidate, because you have to start at the ground floor. I was like, I have no desire to be standing and telling how great a candidate is that I probably don't believe in. So politics can go. But then the next step was teaching. And I love kids. I've always, thought, that I can get through to kids pretty well. And when I graduated college, I moved out to Portland, Oregon, and a buddy of mine was teaching in a middle school. I went into school. Different world now, because back then I could just literally go into school with him. But I would go in and I would tutor some of his kids, and his vice principal said that we have a sixth grade position open next year, and I asked if I would want it. And I was like, I'm not licensed, but they found a way around it, and I loved it. I'll tell you, if teachers made good money, I would have never dreamed of leaving. I loved it. In fact, I loved it so much. My first year, I was a teacher and a high school baseball coach. And the second year, the year that I went in Tough Enough, I was going to be done with coaching, and I was strictly going to teach. I was going to focus all my attention on teaching.
Really?
Yeah. Wow. I enjoyed the teaching aspect way more than the coaching aspect of it.
So why did you make the decision to leave teaching to pursue a career in professional wrestling?
It's one of those things that, like, I knew a second opportunity wasn't going to come around. And when you get literally a life-changing, something placed at your feet, you have to decide, is this, it wasn't like I could do it. Yeah, let me teach one more year, then I'll try the wrestling thing. This was the opportunity that I knew I had to grab. But then again, I went to the Tough Enough auditions thinking this will be a fun weekend in New York. I'd never been to New York. This is my excuse to take a trip, see New York. And of course they're not going to pick me. And when they did, then I had a decision. I was like, wow, I got to go back and literally quit my job. And luckily, man, I had a school district and a principal who just, they didn't want to see me go, but they also understood that I think the best lesson I could leave my sixth graders with was it's always a good thing to follow your dreams. So that's what I did. And it's funny because now those sixth graders now are in their 30s, and occasionally they'll comment on the videos, and that just shows me how old I am.
I mean, I don't want to make you too old, Maven, but I wasn't even alive when Tough Enough was like.
Yeah, I know. What year were you born?
2002. So I was not alive during the Rumble Taker
that
spot.
Means you remember no part of my career at all.
Yeah. I mean,
that's nuts.
So I'm sorry if I'm making you feel a little too old.
That's okay. I embrace age. Like, listen, age is something that everybody wants. Everybody wants to get old. No one doesn't want to see a full life. Mm-hmm. Why am I gonna? I've had a great life. I'm not the guy who thinks I've missed out on anything. I have been blessed. The good Lord above, for whatever reason, has blessed me. I think he's blessed me right down the middle. I've seen enough of the negative parts of life to be able to appreciate, when something positive comes my way.